friends. I am just getting ready for our readings. Alrighty, welcome to Chat with Kat, where we do two things. We gather together to celebrate the tarot cards and learn more about them and how they can encourage us and inspire us when we are wanting to be manifesting. And secondly, to play a Let's Pretend game. I am finding my life gets more and more fun by the minute. Good morning. Good morning. Good afternoon, guys. Welcome. I find that my life is getting more fun by the minute as I engage my imagination. And I can remember when I was a little girl, a real little girl, I kind of had a sense of fairies. I didn't know, hey, Varsha, I didn't know exactly if they were real or not, but I had these tiny little imaginary friends that would show up in my dreams and stuff, and they even had a name, the Heggertys. And for some reason, that flashed into my mind. I've been doing a little reading about my family history because part of my family is from Ireland. And so when I looked into what life was like in Ireland before my family came to the US, which was way before I was born, like my grandmother's grandmother's grandmother, but I saw that in my bloodline, there's just been a lot of painful experiences that might even explain why I'm struggling a little bit with some of my anxieties and the things I'm nervous about because I was raised by people that were a little stressed. Was that true in your family also? At any rate, tonight we are at a little tiny crystal shop in Sonoma, California. Okay, we are playing Let's Pretend. We're in this little crystal shop, and you guys are all on a tour of wine country up there in California. And because it's always filled with street festivals and farmers markets and that sort of thing, hey there, Queen. We are it's a beautiful evening. It's not too hot. Oops, sorry, I don't mean to bump you guys around. And I came there to meet people. I love doing single card readings. It's one of the most fun things for me because you never know how much you can glean from one single card. And I don't charge for these readings. They're absolutely free of charge. It's just for tips. And the thumbs up is the tip jar. So thank you for the person that put a thumbs up already and put some seeds in my tip jar. All right, you're welcome, Varsha. Welcome back. Now, for those of you who have visited before, thank you for coming back to see me again. And for those of you who are new, I am glad you are here. So I did get a new deck, and you guys know I'm kind of I'm kind of crazy for new decks. And isn't that pretty? It's the Mystic Fairy Tarot. This is the box. I don't want to burn the box. Mystic Fairy Tarot, and it is so fun. So what we're doing here is I'm going to just flip up one card for you. If you would like me to pull you a card, I certainly will. And we're all going to just pretend that we're looking around at crystals and we're enjoying the wonderful smells. Have you ever been in one of those crystal shops where they have the scented candles burning and it just smells so good in there? And often the owner is so charming and really enjoys serving clients that like to look at crystals. And I love to meet people. I am so clumsy tonight, lo siento. But I love to meet people who enjoy the cards. So it's a perfect win-win. So the very first person here tonight is Varsha. Hey, Varsha. So Varsha, what we'll do is I looked at your comment there. Will I be okay? One is shifting, a good idea. So you hold in your mind what it is that's your concern. I'm just going to cut the cards and draw the one that shows up. And we have the Queen of Swords. Isn't that a beautiful card? The Queen of Swords shows someone who has faced a lot of challenge and has learned from the experience. It's someone who wants to live fearlessly, carefully, perhaps, guarded, perhaps. And this particular card signifies that your energy might seem cold to some people because you know what life is about. You've seen things that have been hurtful, and you know that you may even have regrets. However, it's not good to be living too carefully. You can produce results that come out of fear rather than find things that have a heart of collaboration and of blessing. So, Varsha, what this shows is that you have the skill set and you have the mindset to try something new that will be different for you. It's clear. This is someone who's ready to take on a new challenge. Okay? So I would say this is yes, it is a good idea. This is not the kind of card that shows lack of know how. Okay, Varsha? Now, for those of you who don't know me yet, I'm Catherine, Fish Out of Water Tarot. And I do a live every morning, Monday through Friday, where I do a 3 card reading for the collective. And you guys help me out by writing me emails that tell me a particular question that you would like to have answered. Today, one of my people wanted to know, are they going to get that promotion that they're hoping for? So the collective reading this morning was all about how to know when it's time to leave your position. How do you know that you're not leveraging your, that you could leverage your position to learn as much as you can before you go forward, or should you stick it out? So if you're wondering about money and getting paid fairly, you definitely want to check the pick a card from this morning. Okay, Varsha? And Varsha, because you've been here before, I would love to draw cards for you personally. This morning I had Armwa, and I drew cards for her personally at the end of the reading because she was the one that gave me the idea for the pick a card. So keep that in mind. All right, so now we have Adi, and Adi says there's a no contact situation. Okay, no contacts are so hard, aren't they? Yeah. No contact is hard. It depends what end you are. If you're the person that called for the no contact, or are you the person who your other person gave you a no contact? So, Adi, which one is it for you? Did your person tell you, please leave me alone? Or did you tell your person, please leave me alone? Okay. And then, oops, this table setup is a little awkward for me tonight, I'm noticing. So sorry for the bumps and the jars. So, who would like a card draw? I'm using my magical fairy deck tonight. I'm so excited to have it. And all you have to do is just ask a quick question. I'm only doing single card readings because the single card is the game tonight. How much resonance can you pull? So can you pull out of a single card? Plus, we're celebrating the fairy kingdom. I have a brand new fairy deck I'm so excited to use. So let's see here. Adi, tell me a little bit more. Are you telling the person no contact, or is the no contact coming from you toward your person? All right. So while you're telling me that, and while you're all thinking of your questions, I'm going to draw a card for the collective. Let's see. And we have the Eight of Wands. Look at that. Have you ever seen what they call fairy orbs? You know, those little circles that show up in photographs? I am so amazed at these cards because I love the artist, the imagination it took to create these cards, because those orbs are unexplainable. I've had them show up on photos that I took, And different people will tell you that it's some fluke of light or something. They always try to make it like it's normal to have that. But if you've seen it, you know it doesn't look normal. So that's always my reminder that we have so much benefit in the invisible world. We really do. There's a lot of back and forth that goes on in the other side. When you think of someone, they pick up on it. When money comes, it's often through the electronic airwaves, isn't it? Like if you pay for PayPal by picking a button on your computer, you never saw the money. It was sent off in 100% energy form. Isn't that true? So, with this Eight of Wands, I believe that all y'all who follow me, there's a lot going on right now. I've had a family member reach out to me that I haven't talked to in many years for no reason, except the person said to me, "Do you want to know why I'm calling you?" And I said, "Sure." He said, "I have to figure out why you fascinate me." And I said, "What?" And they said it again. "I have to figure out why you fascinate me. We're not in relationship not because of any bad blood. It's just life. We ended up in different parts of the world and just dropped out of touch with one another. But to have them reach back shows me there's something working behind the scenes. There's something I don't know. And that's the magic of the Eight of Wands. The fact that there's a dragon on here makes me very excited. I want to read the book that comes along with it so that I can figure it out. Okay? And so, what this card says is that there's more here than meets the eye. Dragons are imaginary creatures, aren't they? We don't really see them flying in the sky, but the fact is, it's a very crucial part of so many ancient stories. And power is a very strong motivator. So, for the collective, just put your seatbelt on. There's things coming ahead that are filled with thrills and chills. No matter what change happens, it's possible to use it, leverage it for your positive results. Okay, so we have Bandana. I'm seeing that that you're asking about getting your divorce. So, my friend, I know we don't know each other yet, Vandana. But what I would suggest to you is that it's too early to think about your second marriage. Let's just take a breath and let's give yourself some time. What I like to tell people is you kind of have to figure out why that first divorce happened. What was it that needs what was it that didn't work? And what do you need to do to prepare to marry with different energy than this time, right, Vandana? So let's leave our second question about marriage off to the side, and let's answer your first question. When is this divorce going to happen? Let's see what the cards have for you. Okay. Hi, Farel. Welcome. Vandana, oh my goodness, isn't that something to be in that situation? I feel for you. I do. But the situation really is that you need to finish this book before you open the next one, especially for your son, because he needs to see you become stable. And once you are divorced, you'll have a chance to build up your self-concept and start to show your friends, your neighbors, your son that you are ready for a second start, right? A second start with another man. But for you, the idea is to finish that situation first, okay? So let's pick. Did you see, like when I split the cards, this card kind of floated out. So let's see which fairy card is here for you tonight, Vandana. Ah, you know what? When these cards show up so powerfully for you, my friends, I feel relief. Look at this beautiful card. Bandana, what this card says is you need time to rest. That once the divorce is finished, and see that castle in the background there? To me, that signifies that your divorce is in your mind. It's this thoughts that are happening, so it doesn't feel real to you, and it's quite exhausting. So the fact that it shows these two fairies resting together and waiting shows me that you do need healing time and time to forgive yourself for the situation and to forgive your ex. Now, in the description box, you're going to see some very good tools. Okay, so please use them because they will help you get some clarity. Now, if you notice, there's not so many orbs on this art for this card because this is a quiet energy card. So, what I feel that you need to find, Aquarius in the room. Hello, Aquarius. Okay, so what I feel you need to find is a way to bring more clarity for your situation. Perhaps you can talk to someone who's in an authority position, a legal position, or someone in your community who's very wise and get some advice about what you need to know to get divorced. Okay, Vandana? Do the research and don't be in a hurry to think about a next husband yet. Trust me, there's nothing but drama, drama, drama if you start back too early when you still have your heart broken, because then likely you will attract someone very similar to your ex, and that is not a good thing. Okay, so Vandana, find someone in your town to ask some advice about how you go about getting divorce, and then be ready to have quiet rest being a mom to your son, and let your desires for romance just go to the side for a little bit. Just let it rest for now. Okay? Excellent. So, y'all, we are in a little tiny crystal shop, and we are in Sonoma, California, which is wine country. And so they're having a wine festival right here. And so would one of you pretend you guys are pretending with me? And could one of you go grab me a glass of that red wine from the Little Lion Winery? Yeah, it's the one down there. See it? It's got the little lion on the flag. Thank you so much. I love it. I have kind of a deal with them. I did a reading for the owner of the winery, and so he's giving me wine for the night. So that's a good manifestation, right? Okay, so now what do we have? We have Farel. I hope I say your name right. Let's go down. It says, I love to, whoopsie, I need to know about my ex. Don't know why I still feel him. Okay, so excellent. I love this. And I love, now, those of you guys, when you think to yourself, I wish I could hear more cards, one card is not enough. Remember that I'm here working for free tonight just for your tips. And when you hit the thumbs up, that goes right into my tip jar. So hit that thumbs up if you're enjoying these readings, please. And then secondly, we're also practicing our let's pretend skills because I want to be your personal tarot reader. I want to be able to give you some advice and something that can help you. Okay, now if you would like to have me draw more cards, it's easy. You just send me an email with your question, and I will create a pick a card reading based on your question, and then you will get a personal reading at the end. This morning I did a reading on money, and it's red hot. You don't want to miss it. And so Money Monday, every Monday, I'm going to do a pick a card on money, and it's in the live on the navigation. So check it out. Okay, so now we have, I'm struggling, Farial, and wanting, curious about why this X is in their dreams. I do readings that are called Should I Have My Ex Back or How Do I Get My Ex Back? If that's something you would enjoy, let me know in these comments. I can do a regular pick a card where I pick several cards and 3 different piles on whether you should take your ex back. So if you'd like that, let me know. I take your opinions very strongly. Bandana, thank you for subscribing. I hope you will come back. Believe it or not, I have 1,900 videos posted, most of them 13 seconds long. I love inspiring people on the daily, and so watch for those readings, all right? So now let's take a peek for Fariel. Fariel, What do the fairies have to tell? What do they have to say about the situation with that ex on your mind, in your dreams, trespassing in your heart, so to speak? Oops, let me turn it upside. Oh, look at you. So when I look at the face of this little fairy, see her? She's dreaming, isn't she? But see how her face is all scrunched up, like she's kind of annoyed, okay? And see that string around her finger? See that? Okay. So Fariel, what I'm seeing here is that your ex is working its way, the energy of your ex is working its way out of your system. And part of that is very important. If an ex would ever come back, it would have to be completely different, right? Like waking up to a new reality. Why ever you broke up suggested something was broken. See how that flame is going right out of that piece of wheat? And notice the wheat is ripe. So something did become finished when you and your ex were together. Something did become finished. So I would say, when I look how annoyed the little fairy is, you know, fairies can get quite annoyed, as sweet as they are. But I feel that this card is telling you that you're not realizing that you deserve far more. There is a level of unhappiness because you miss parts of what your ex brought to your life. No question. But it wasn't enough. The magnetism weakened and it went away and it fell asleep. It wasn't exciting enough. It wasn't juicy enough to hold together. That little string on your hand there, on the fairy's hand, is something is unraveling. And so I want you to go to the description box, Variel. I want you to use the soulmate generator. You'll see it in there. And use that tool to keep letting go of this ex. Let go, let go, let go. Just talk the machine, the soulmate generator gives you directions on how to do it, how to use it. Use it until you're tired of using it, because you need to clear the air and clear all the energy of that ex. Come to a time when you're not dreaming about them. And then, if it's time to get back together, it will happen. But the fact that they're still visiting your dreams and you, a part of you is annoyed about it, means that you need to accept that something was finished. Got it? Okay. Fariel, you're such a loyal follower, and I know you've been here listening to these readings, trying to get yourself squared up, okay? So there's a wonderful person praying for me. Aw, I appreciate that. I taught the Bible for over 20 years, and so God love you. I appreciate your prayers. You pray, pray, pray. Okay, and then anybody else? Absolutely. Chicky, love it. Let's take a peek. So, what we're doing. Oh, I'm sorry, I skipped over Gazelle. Sorry, Gazelle. Chicky licks. Chicky Lex, I hope you don't mind waiting. So, I have found, you guys, that even though I spent many years as a Catholic and many years as a born again Christian, that 20 years ago, when I went on a different path and I started to just study the world religions and enjoy people without worrying what religion they were, my whole perspective changed. And I really enjoy the stories of the cards that come through. There's not a religion in the world, hardly, that doesn't believe in angels. And I love the things that bring us together and keep us in common. I do believe God is love. And I believe that the fairies and the angels are here to inspire and to make our life easier along the way. It's my plan that when people hear my readings, they just feel more comfortable in their own skin and that they see themselves as a person of value. Okay? Because when you start seeing yourself as a person of value, your life will change. Okay? So where are we here? Gazelle, what's next in your life? Okay, perfect. What card do the fairies have for you, Gazelle? And we have this beautiful card. Let's see. This is the sun. Mm. So this is a card that would make everyone jealous of you, Gazelle, because the sun card is nothing is coming toward you right this minute except that which is meant for your highest good. The sun energy always reminds me of the ancient people, the people that were alive before there were cell phones, the people that were alive before there was electricity, the people that were alive before there were even written books. I'm talking hundreds and hundreds of years ago, when every single morning, when the sun bloomed across the sky and lit up their lives again, it was a miraculous thing. And they knew how to respect the sun and create festivals to celebrate the sun because they had a recognition that without the sun, we have nothing. There is no life. So, Gasal, I don't know what's going on for you, whether it's in your love life or your career, but there's a bubble of blessing around you. And I'm going to say I'm I'm seeing around a week's worth of delicious here, like 7 days. Could be 7 days, 7 weeks. I'm just picking up seven as being an important number. And also a time of great productivity and influence. Okay. I hope that this is meaningful for you, my friend Casal. And if you guys want, you're welcome to shoot me an email about the reading that you receive or to ask a question. If you ask a question of me, you may win a personal reading from me because I love what you guys are doing with my channel. I don't know if you noticed, but it's going up by leaps and bounds. And it's much because y'all are helping me create readings that are fun for you and fun for me. Okay, Chicky, a card about your general energy. Thank you for asking that. It's my favorite because for a single card reading, it's not necessarily easy to um, what do I want to say, connect to all of your needs in a single card. But I do want to use it to help you see that you're not alone, that you feel a bit of connection with my energy and with the art on the card. Okay. So to work out for our imagination workout, we are pretending that we are in Sonoma, California, and you can Google that if you wish. The downtown square is adorable. There's restaurants and wineries, and that's where we are tonight. They've set up a little festival, and my table is set up. This is a live reading. I am here with you wherever you are, pretending we're in Sonoma. So, Chicky, if you want to let me know where you're from, that'd be really fun for me, just to see how y'all are finding me. So, Chicky, I love your name, Chicky. Okay, ooh, look at this fun one, Chicky. The Four of Wands. Look at that. Look what they're all sharing. I can't quite even tell what it is, but they're all sharing. So here's what I'm sensing for you, Chicky. I feel like you may have been at a time where you were alone either because of choice or because of circumstances. You might have somebody who's pulled away from you and you miss their presence, and the place they used to take isn't filled up yet. So there's kind of a gap in your friendships or a gap in your relationships. And I feel like there's something coming that is so unusual and so surprising that you're really going to need to talk to somebody when it happens. It's like, what does this mean? Finding an object that you had never seen before. Finding, I have that sense of finding. I don't know if you're a collector, if you like to hike or walk or something, but I sense that you're going to find something when you're taking a walk and it's going to be significant to you. And it's going to be potentially life-changing, but you're going to have the urge to talk to somebody about it. So, Chicky, if you don't have anybody to talk to about it, I'm here for you. I would love it if you find something that you're like, holy moly, that lady Catherine on that reading, she said something like this. All that means, there's nothing all that woo-woo about it. What it means is just stop and pay attention. Anytime that you get an energy sign or a spiritual idea, sometimes I'll get chill bumps, or even my jaw might start to ache sometimes, or even my throat can get tight. All of those are signs to me that something's off. It just means stop and pay attention. Whenever my body does a signal, my tummy gets upset, stop and pay attention. You may realize that somebody's yelling in the next room, and your tummy is upset because your body reacts to other people's strong emotions. That's what happened to me. I grew up in a family of 10, and there was a lot of drama in it. So I realized as an adult, I feel in my body, like right now, if I get goosebumps, probably some of you guys have goosebumps because I feel in my body what other people are feeling. It's a spiritual gift, although it's been a challenge. But it's been important, and I think it's important for you, Chicky, to realize sometimes when you're upset for a reason you don't know. Okay? So take that to heart. And this is very good news because the Four of Wands is a story of, excuse me, if it's a card of collaboration, cooperation, shared love. It can be a marriage card. But in this particular deck, I'm seeing it more as a self concept building card. Okay? So, all right, let me just go farther. Thank you so much. If you're enjoying the readings, please do hit that thumbs up. That's the tip jar, and I appreciate it so much. It just lets me know that we're on the right track and that we're talking about similar issues. One of the things about readings like this is we all have the same experiences. There are probably, somebody could Google for me how many tarot readers are on YouTube, because there's got to be a gazillion, right? And here you are tonight, here with me, pretending, right? Pretending that I'm your personal tarot reader. But how pretending is it? If I'm a real life speaking woman, I'm not AI, and you're really here with your attention. So is it really a collective reading, or is it really for you? So, Sunbeam, holy moly, this is really high drama, huh, Sunbeam? Sunbeam nightmares, holy moly. Okay, so you're welcome, my darling Gazelle. Okay, so right now we're over to Sunbeam. So Sunbeam, let's draw a card. Now, when you are in high drama like this, it's important to watch your reactions. I can't remember, I wish I knew it right offhand, but one of the lives we talked about that, the importance of controlling your reactions, because we cannot control the bad stuff that comes our way. Life deals cards. I had to go through a serious illness, believe me. I didn't choose that. I didn't say yes, please. It happened. I have had a divorce. I did not want that when I got married. On my wedding day, I did not um, choose to divorce. But by time the divorce was ready to happen, I was ready too. But the point is, though, that we don't plan our troubles, but we can plan how we react to them. So, Sunbeam, in the description box, there are a couple of resources for you. One of them is called the Worry Cure. And I know you're not worried about this person because they're showing their true colors, and you are becoming smarter, and you want to be smart about this person and not just allow yourself to be taken advantage of. And so I get that. But be sure to check the Worry Cure because I think it will help you because you need support tonight, and that is your support. Okay, but let's draw a card. What does Sunbeam need to know, my dear fairies? What will bring Sunbeam the relief that they need? Okay, let's peek. Oh gosh, looky. Is this you, Sunbeam? Are you feeling like this, doll? Hmm. Okay. So let's take a breath, everyone. I really love this deck. First of all, this is the Five of Cups. This is the card of feeling bad about something that's passing on. It's the card that's called "Don't cry over spilled milk." Do you know that saying, Sunbeam? Where when milk is spilled, it just is spilled. It's gone, and you just need to clean up the mess and move on. So it's very interesting that this card comes up. Let's read it for both you and your other person. For you, even though I can feel by your energy that your reaction is a strong reaction to this, and it's good because it helps you see your lane. What lane do you want to be in? Do you want to be in their lane? Do you want them to be controlling your emotions, or do you want to learn to stay in your own lane? I love the art. See, it almost looks like a lane, doesn't it? So, but there's a part of you who's feeling the loss of this because it doesn't seem you were ready for this relationship to shift to this level. Now, your guides and angels may already know that this was shifting, and that there was something there that you weren't aware of. And so you're coming to see the truth of the situation. But the message for you is don't cry over the things in the past. Realize there's an expiration date. And once a relationship is beyond the expiration date, both parties are really best off to move forward. Now, on the other hand, let's say this is the person and the person regrets. Let's say they wake up tomorrow and they're like, oh my gosh, look what I did. Look how I acted. I shouldn't have said those things. Why did I do those things? Does that make it right? No, because they showed their true colors. And so, what it means for you is take a deep breath and be careful. Don't give too much information. Be a little bit indifferent. Hold your energy separate. You may still, get a relationship out of this, but it seems like both of you are reacting with a lot of emotion, and it's just not a good time to make a forever decision. Okay? So there you have it. I hope that that's helpful for you. Remember that if you would like to have more cards drawn, it's super simple. All you do is email me, and I will email you back. I'll explain how you can receive a reading for free just by writing your question to me. It helps me create readings that all y'all love. So let's go forward. Again, I'm Catherine. This is Fish Out of Water Tarot. Hi, Adriana. Welcome. And Atlanta. Oh, hot Atlanta. I like Atlanta. I had a lot of fun there. Ate some great food. Went to see that museum. They have a cool thing in Atlanta. I can't remember the name of it. It's got a fancy name, but you sit inside and a big circle, a big stage circles in front of you and shows you the history of Atlanta. And it's the coolest thing. I've never seen anything like it. It was so worth it. I wanted to go on it twice. And so I have good memories of Atlanta. Okay. Uh, Oh, Marie, thank you. Thank you, Marie. I think that there's all kinds of energies that we don't understand, and we can call them whatever we want to call them. But the fairies in my life, I live alone. I've had the blessing of living alone for about 4 years now with my dogs. And so I can't blame humans for anything, right? It's very humbling because if I misplaced something, like I put my keys somewhere, I can't blame anyone for hiding the keys except the fairies. So you'll hear me cursing the fairies now and then just for fun. But let's draw more cards here. I'm going to be here for a little bit longer, so I'm happy to continue drawing the cards. So if you would like a card drawn, just let me know if there's something specific. Hi, Adrian. Can you do a reading, please, for me? It would be great help. A hug from Ecuador. Okay. All right. Okay, gosh, there's a ton of people here. You guys, holy moly. I sure haven't been keeping track. Ah, okay. Thank you for your patience. I get so lost in the story of the card, I just don't check. But where we are. Okay. So we have Adriana from Ecuador. So, Adriana, let's pull a card for you. Let's see what the fairies have for you. Thank you very much for joining me. I'm tickled pink to have you all the way from Ecuador. Thank you. I hear Ecuador is a beautiful, beautiful place. You know what? I could do one of our pick a cards. We could pretend we're in Ecuador. That would be fun. We could come down there and visit you, and you could come to the coffee shop or the wine bar and have a reading for yourself in Let's Pretend. Yes, Adriana, I mean you. So let's just pull a card for you, my friend. Remember, these readings are free. It's just for tips. And always remember that, like if you get a tarot reading out there in the real world, always give that person a tip. They'll run out and buy themselves something sweet with it. Probably sweet to eat. At any rate, please do hit that thumbs up if you're enjoying these readings and do subscribe so that you'll be notified when I go live. All right, Adriana, let's see what we have. Ooh, I love this. The King of Pentacles. I love this card. The thing that draws me right away is the beautiful purple. Isn't that gorgeous? A purple in the cards is always a reminder that the spirit is really calling you, Adriana. That when it comes to your relationships and your finances, this is a card of great security and maturity. It shows a person who has gone through a lot, but they're calm. This is not a reactive energy, is it? Can you see his calm? And when once you work your way through the story of Pentacles, the story of your money and your relationships, you reach a point where you have a quiet confidence that you know what you know and you know what's possible. So, this is a juicy time for you, Adriana. Whatever it is that's going on in your life, the next opportunity that knocks, look into it. People are seeing you as very stable and very with a lot to offer. Being in your energy makes people just feel comfortable. See that look on the face? Very comfortable. So I'm excited. I don't know what it is that you're involved in, but this is a sign that things are looking very good. Okay. Some people ask me, they'll say, well, why do you say that the relationships are represented here? And the reason is because the cups, the emotions, are only one part of the relationship. How you act, more importantly, how you react. Anybody's going to make mistakes, whether it's at work or in your relationships. When you're able to see the person's mistake without blame and to see they didn't mean it and work it through, you achieve a most masterful connection. Okay? Wonderful reading for you, Adriana. What do you think about this deck? Aren't you guys impressed? It's just so pretty. Okay, just going through and Sunbeam. I like that you guys are chatting back and forth. I love that. I also, some people come to the readings and they're kind of surprised because they receive, like when I gave the reading with the King of Pentacles, you might have, oopsie, you might have responded to it, and you might have felt, gosh, that's just how I feel. um, don't be surprised. You've heard that saying, birds of a feather flock together. And it's true that we of similar heart will all be drawn to similar readings, okay? So, okay, Christie, going through a hard time, girl. Oh, there, Guayaquil, Ecuador. I'm gonna have to write that down because Adriana, I think it would be so fun to come to your town, and I'm gonna Google it because even though I don't have time to fly to Ecuador and do a private reading for you, we can have an event and pretend we're there. So you all, you know what? I appreciate how patient you are with me as I want to pretend like I'm 6 years old because not everybody enjoys that. But what I'm finding is that it's fun for me to pretend to travel when I don't have the physical means to travel at the moment. So I'm hoping you enjoy that with me. Okay, where are we here? Da, da. Okay. Okay, let me just go through here. Gosh, there's so many. Oh my gosh, you guys. Y'all are so. Oh, Samuel, thank you for saying that. I just love that. I love that the magic of the collective. Truth or consequences, New Mexico. Karin, I've actually been to Truth or Consequences, New Mexico. Don't you love that? Oh, I need to write that down. I should do a Truth or Consequences pick a card reading. What do you guys think? Oh, and I'll do it. I'll come to Truth or Consequences. Oh, I love that. Sorry for all that inhaling. Truth or Consequences. I love New Mexico. I got to go to Albuquerque and I went on a painting workshop. It changed my life. But the fact that we're all, those of you who are listening to me and follow my channel, I can't hug each of you. I can't look any of you in the eyes. I respect you so much for spending your time, your precious time here. So having these lives make it real for me. And I want it to be real for you too. There are tarot readers right in your town. And next time you're at a festival or a fair and you see one of those people, I hope you go and get a reading and then tell them, Catherine sent me. They'll say, Catherine, who's she? Oh, this lady on the internet. She just started to help us understand how to receive collective readings, right? This is the real deal because I'm not AI. I'm the real Catherine. I can pinch my own skin. See, I'm not AI. I'm a real person. Okay, so who are we? Where are we? I wanted to draw a card for my dear friend. I wonder if she's still here, Christie. I think it's Christie. Christy, Christy, my darling, I've seen you on my itty bitty readings. And by the way, you guys, I do post readings every day that are just designed for like a vitamin C, vitamin Catherine. It just gives you a very quick little inspirational message. I usually try to give any advice that the card is calling for, okay? But I really want you all to feel supported on the daily, and that's what they're there for. So do subscribe so you're notified. So, Christy, I know you've been coming and you're going through such a hard time. And I have been there. I have been there. Trust me. And when you're at the lowest of the low, it feels like nothing will help. Thank you for that tip. You guys are wonderful. Thank you so much. I'm working on getting my hours up. I'm making YouTube has a requirement that you have so many hours, and then you guys could actually give me cash tips. Can you believe it? There's a way you're going to be able to tip me $1.99 or something, and I need a few hundred more watch hours, so I'm not close. But I will always appreciate your thumbs up. They're very dear to me. Okay, so Christy, let's put the deck down. Let's draw you a card, a fairy card for Christy. And everyone here that's hearing me, send energy to Christy. Haven't we all been in times of deep, deep doo-doo, so to speak? Christy, here is what is here for you. The Queen of Pentacles. Now remember, we just had the King of Pentacles in the last card, remember? So these two cards together are known as a power couple. Anytime two is the same suit, the King or Queen, obviously it's a power couple. So what this tells me is this reading tonight is very dynamic and it is valid to have that power couple showing up because in your situation, between the money difficulties and love difficulties, you can see she doesn't look very happy, does she? But she's a queen. So what's our message here from this sweet fairy queen? First, look at her purple. I know that I don't talk about it much, but when I was sick, very, very sick in 2007, and I was facing a situation where I did not know if I would live or die. And I spent a year recovering, and luckily I'm alive. And it's years later. But I've been to the bottom where I laid on my bed and wept because there was nothing happy about my life. And I know, as awful as it is, our spiritual energy is our last resort. I can remember when I was so sick and I was so angry because it wasn't fair. I said to God, I am never going to help another human being. I will not pray for anyone. I will not heal anyone. I will not teach anything. I'm gone. I'm out. I'm going to ghost you, God. And the only job I want to take is to be a toll taker on the highway where I can take people's money and say thank you and have a nice day. I meant it. I was really angry. So, Christy, I know what it feels like to feel like life has turned its back to you. But the truth is, it's so weird that we always learn the most when it's the darkest. And so, right now, Christy, I want you to know that me and everybody that's listening is sending you love because we have all been there. And it's so important that you not give up. The message of this card for you is that you need to reach out. You need to find a human being to talk to. It might be some sort of counselor, social worker, it might be in a 12-step group. But you do have, this is a sign that by you opening up to a human for true help, where you're willing to listen, will bless you more than you think. You need to be available to attract what you need. So the message of this card is yes, it's so hard to be where you are, but it's in your hands to change your reaction. You just can't do it alone. So please go into the resource box, the description box. There are two things that you can use. One is called the Magical Money Machine. That's wonderful for money grief. And the other one is called the Soulmate Generator. And that's the best for divorce relief. Okay. And lastly, I have I have a blog and it's called breakupcandy.com. Breakupcandy.com. And it's a divorce recovery website. Okay. So please go over there. There's a quiz you can take and there's things you can learn over there that will help you. Okay. Breakupcandy.com. All right, Christy, my energy, every time I see your comments, I send you love and light, girl. And I wish you the best. I've been through it and I survived. That's all I can say. Okay. All right. So now let's go forward here. Okay. And Mispa. Hi, Mispa. Okay. Divine Feminine. Marie, you're so interesting to me. What is it that how can I serve you tonight, Marie? Oh wow, Adriana, thank you. Yes. I feel that all completely for you, Adriana, for sure. Okay, wonderful. You guys, oh my gosh, bless you. Okay. All right, now for any of you, if I don't get you tonight, because I don't want to go past an hour, just for my own energy, and I love you all so much. Oh, look at you all are here. So, what you can do is, oh gosh, y'all. You can email me if you have a question and I'm not going to get to it tonight. Please don't be discouraged. Please email me and I will do the very best I can to get through as many tonight as possible. Every day this week, Monday through Friday, I am on live twice, once in the morning for a pick a card with 3 piles, and then once in the afternoon for the single card where I can actually read and watch and listen and, and communicate with you guys. It's a real treat for me. Okay, let's see here. I'm going forward and we're at Mispa. Mispa. So we have someone that you think is hiding their love for you. So it sounds like there's a little confusion around the love arena. And so is this person, it doesn't feel it feels wobbly. It feels like it's not secure. If he loved you, wouldn't you know for sure? Now, did you guys ever hear of that movie that's called He's Just Not That Into You? I love that movie because it's a book and a movie where here's the point of it. If you have to ask, are you into me? If you're curious and you wonder if they're into you, they're not into you. Because when people are very into each other, they act like it. They can't resist. They're texting you, they're calling you. If they're into you, they will see you. So anytime there's wobbly energy, you have to assume that they're not into you. You don't want to say, oh, I think they love me, and I'm just going to wait until they realize it. That's not good energy. That being said, Mispa, let's pick your card. See, oopsie, I'm gonna cut. see what the fairies have for you. Aren't those pretty cards? Oopsie. I just love them. Okay. And we are looking at the King of Swords. Okay, girl, Mispa, this is a card of completion. Look at that face. It's a very severe face, right? And there's, look at the points on his crown. Those are actually thorns. This deck uses thorns from a rose bush for the swords. And see how he's even wearing a thorn right here on his chest. So this is a highly armored, protected energy. It shows me determination. It just shows me no more. Okay, so this situation was not satisfactory, was it, Mispa? You know, if you're honest with yourself, that it's not perfect. It's not, there's a lot that's good, but there's a lot that's not. So this is a card of let it be finished. Okay, the swords are the suit of your thoughts. I would definitely use the soulmate generator in the description box, Mispa, and trust me on this one. If you all end up back together, it needs a fresh start. He will come to you, or Nitin will you won't have to worry that he's hiding the love. But right now, the universe is calling for you to I just feel it's like let the balloons pop. Let these bubbles of wishful thinking, let them pop and move on. And if it's to start again, let it be new. But I wouldn't waste time on this one. I would move on. Okay. That's kind of a strong reading, but I think you would rather hear it, right? Straight from the hip. Who would someone miss and love the ocean so much? Are you reading my mind, Marie? Let me just go down and see if, yeah, let me just go down here. Okay. Hi, Sandhya. How are you, darling? I'm not sure I'm going to get all the way down through everybody tonight because I'm only going to be here another couple of minutes. But those of you, you guys, if I don't get to you, please email me, tarotinfo, please, at gmail.com. I'm going to do one more reading. That's all I have time for tonight. But you guys, I'll be back tomorrow, same time ish. Okay, so come back and see me tomorrow. Hit the tip jar. Everybody that's here right now, there's several of you that have not subscribed. Only about 15% of all y'all subscribe, so it really helps me when you pop on, especially during the lives, because I'm going to be using these ideas in my future readings. Okay, so oopsie. All right, so let's see who's going to be the last one. Um, okay, we have our truth and consequences person. Aw, I'm so glad. Okay, so truth or consequences, girl. Um, I think that you said your name was Karin, didn't you? Even though you're Samuel. I love that sometimes people have the same name and then they're a different name. Karin from Truth or Consequences. Yes, I'm going to do Truth or Consequences tonight because, as my last reading, because I love that. And I think that Truth or Consequences would be really a cool reading. Okay, so well, you can count on that. You trust me, you're going to see it. And then, Corinne, I know you'll enjoy that fact. And I will Google truth or consequences and find out the name of a wonderful coffee shop, and we'll do a let's pretend over there. But there's just a message. What do the fairies? I can just feel the energy off of this wonderful human who's got a heart of gold, a heart of gold. And also, New Mexico is such a magical place. I mean, honestly, weird stuff. Isn't that true? Strange things happen. You hear sounds, you see lights. I did an artist's workshop, and there was somewhere. Do you know there's a name? I can't remember, but there was all these hot springs. There were like 5 or 6 different hot springs you could go into. There was an arsenic pool. I can't remember the name of that place, but it was so cool, And you should have seen the art that we all did after we were in those pools. It's like all of our skills were lifted up. Like our imagination was set free a little bit, and our self consciousness was just because we went and soaked ourselves in those minerals. Okay. So I'm jealous in a way. I love New Mexico. So it's such a special place. Okay. So, my dear Karin, I hope I'm saying your name right, from New Mexico is going to be our last card of the night for the collective. Truth or consequences, right? Okay, let's see what card we have. Thank you all for being here tonight. It's been so much fun. Okay, and we have the beautiful Chariot. Now, if you guys are familiar with tarot, this deck is amazing, isn't it? Because nothing is like the art of the typical Rider-Waite tarot. And it does allow for some really good storytelling. Being that's my favorite part of the cards, I couldn't be more tickled to pull this card for you, Corinne, when you, just as a checkpoint, put your seatbelt on, okay? Whatever is going on for you, see that glow, the fire, the glow that is around her, and see how her hair is just, the wind is just blowing. So don't you love that feeling? When I'm walking outside and the wind is right at me, of course, not when it's cold, but I feel the wind blowing my hair back. I imagine myself dressed in a flowing gown of some kind and the wind just picking it up and it's just flowing behind me. And that's how I think of how the divine energy is, the power of the divine. It's like a garment that's inside and out, and as the wind is just taking it, I just feel so empowered. And that's what I'm seeing here. The Chariot is all about speed, and it's all about daring tenacity. It's like, I dare you, right? What can stop this energy? Well, only one thing, and that is your own sense of your value. You must you must establish for yourself the value of who you are as a human. Whatever has happened to you up to this point has sharpened you and helped you develop, but it's also left you a little bit guarded. When I look at the two birds, they look like, I'm I'm saying the word griffin. That's what's coming, but I don't know if that's correct. But with these birds, look at the blue beak and the red beak. The red beak is the only red on the card. The red is my symbol for the family of origin. So it, and squawking. So I feel like there's something in your past that's connected to how you grew up, either the culture or the upbringing style, that's just holding you back a little bit right now. That there's something squawking in you. And so learning how to be indifferent to things that simply don't resonate with you anymore. You can be respectful, civil, and indifferent. And you'll find that using spiritual tools, especially like tapping, I'm going to be giving away some tapping sessions. And so please do watch my community because I will be advertising that very shortly. It'll be a little contest. It's going to be a 30-minute session with me on the phone where I can teach you a technique that will really help you. It's called tapping. And I'm so tickled to have this contest because if your family of origin stuff is, if it keeps yammering, that word there, yakety yak yak, they don't even have to say this stuff to you anymore because you say it to yourself. The other bird, look at the beautiful blue beak. And notice we can't really see his tongue. The blue beak and her blue outfit is all about speaking your truth with love. Sometimes I bet your sentences get trapped right in your throat. You can't even speak your truth. You're satisfied because you don't want to waste your words on people that don't care, but you also can't do what you want to do. Notice how the reins are slack, right? If those birds were free to fly, the reins would be out in front of her and she would be going. So, what's standing in your way? I really think there's some, and everyone that's hearing me right now, if you're listening, you probably have a little stuck energy you're not aware of. It's just the way the algorithms work. So go to the description box, follow the directions. If it's a money issue, use the money machine. If it is a soulmate issue, use the soulmate generator, and everything else can go to the worry cure because worry holds you back like nothing else, right? Okay, so there's our reading, Truth or Consequences. I hope you loved it, Corinne. Thank you so much. My goodness, we went through a lot of readings tonight. Thank you, everyone, for being here. I appreciate it. I love you all. I hope um, that y'all forgive me for not getting to y'all. Tomorrow night I'll be back, and it'll be about the same time, 5-ish or so, 5:30-ish, and I'll be doing the same thing, one card readings for tips. So thank you. Oops, I keep bumping. I will try better not to bump my table. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I love each and every one of you, and I can't wait to see what develops next. So go forth and prosper and have a beautiful evening. And I will see you tomorrow morning for the morning pick a card. Bye.